Up, beautiful people? How are you guys doing today? I'm coming back to you guys again with another video. Today's video, I want to tell you guys you can negotiate down your debt. Okay, I had a friend recently call me. He was in debt for $40,000 to a creditor and he didn't know what to do. And he said, Luffy, I don't have the money to pay these people back. They're demanding payment every week. They want $1,500 from me. I owe them $40,000 and they won't stop calling. Every other creditor that I have has worked with me. These people aren't. It's a business debt and I personally guaranteed it. I'm screwed. And I was like, hey, don't worry. Pick up the phone and call them. You borrowed $40,000 from them, meaning that they want their money back. You are the one in power. You are the one in control of giving them their money back. If they fully and honestly believe that you will and can pay them back, they'll work out an arrangement for you with you. In fact, they'll take a lump sum up front to be certain that you'll pay them back, as opposed to just relying off of your $1,500 a week payments that you can no longer afford to do, so you haven't done for the past 2 months. Let's not even talk about the fact of how did you end up in that situation. Of course, there's a virus going on, but you probably over leveraged as well. Nonetheless, you're in this situation. Let's get you out of it. So I told him, call up your creditor and offer him a lump sum payment. He said, Luffy, I have less than $20,000 in my account and I need some of this cash so that I can actually operate my business. So I don't really want to give them more than about $10,000. I said, okay, call him up on the phone, or call whoever runs whoever your creditor is, call them on the phone and just tell them pointedly, I will wire you $10,000 while I'm on the phone with you if you erase this debt. He was like, and I was like, do it. He called them up and they said no. I was like, don't worry. This is normal. They want their money back. He stopped making payments. He had been stopped making payments. I was like, just continue as usual. I want to say 10 days later, they got in contact with him. They said, listen, we want to work out some sort of payment arrangement with you. This was the first time in over 2 months that they even looked to figure out some sort of debt relief or payment plan with him. I was like, look, we're making progress. Like I told you, you have to understand the incentives and where people's motivations lie. They're incentivized to get their money back. They've already lent it to you, so they want it back. You have money that you can potentially give them. Give them the same offer. So he hopped back on the phone with them and said, listen, if you guys want, I have $10,000 I will wire you right now to erase my balance. And they said, let me ask my boss. They called him back after about 20 minutes or so, the rep that he was talking to, and they said, listen, this is the best that we can do. If you do a lump payment of $20,000, we'll erase this debt. He said, I can't do that. Like I said, I have $10,000. What do you want to do? And at this point, I think it's important to note that these are extenuating circumstances. I would never recommend that someone abuse their credit to get one up on someone else. If you borrow money, and especially if it's an amount of money like $30,000, $40,000, trust me, pay it back, because the economy works off of trust, number one. And number two, if you want to borrow more money, no one will lend you $300,000-$400,000 if you defaulted on a $30,000 to $40,000 note. So I told him, he's a young guy, about 30 years old or so. Told him, call them, figure it out with them, and work out a mutually beneficial agreement. Don't try to get one up on them, because at the end of the day, they're just as much your partner as they are your creditor. They can extend you more credit in the future if you work with them. They won't ding your credit report, and you can find other sources of credit if you don't blow this relationship. Said, okay. What he ended up doing is, after only a 15-minute phone call or something. The third time around, granted, he worked out an arrangement with them, $10,000 up front, $1,000 a month for a year, bringing his total payments to $22,000, and he originally owed $32,000, I think, or so. So he saved $10,000, and he got the added benefit of an additional, golly, almost a year added to his note. He was paying $1,500 a week before. Now he's paying $1,000 a month. The creditor gets the satisfaction of recouping their entire principal investment. He gets the benefit of basically taking out a 1.5-year loan at like 1% interest rate. You know, he took out like $40,000 and paid like 41 or 30, you know, like $1,000 or $2,000 more. And they reached the mutually beneficial agreement for both parties involved. Now, like I said, and I'll continue to warn you guys again, do not abuse this. You know, you don't want to, in the same way that you don't file chargebacks on your credit card every time you buy something expensive just because you could, you know, you wouldn't, you know, because your bank's going to trust the first time you do a fraud charge, but are they going to trust the third time you do it in the span of 2 months? You know, it's fine if you worked out one debt arrangement plan with one of your debts, a payment plan, but if you worked it out with all of them, are you a credit-worthy borrower? Are people going to lend you more money? Are you going to be able to grow your business in the future? Probably not. This is kind of a last resort, but it is something that needs to be done. You have to negotiate with the people. You have to see what vested interests people have in a transaction and then work to everyone's benefit. If your business is fundamentally not making as much money as before, just like the situation my friend was in, then you need to figure out how you can restructure your debts so that you can pay them back. This is pretty much a Chapter 11 bankruptcy without the Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So, you know, takeaway from today's video is talk to people. Give them a call and try to find mutually beneficial arrangements. There's ways that you can relieve some of your debt pressures if you explain your situation to your creditors. I hope that helps. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't hesitate to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. One love as always. I'm out.